and Erode. You can see both the teams entering the court, and one is wearing a dark blue, nearly black jersey, while the other is wearing a light blue jersey. And these two colors are actually going to, especially the darker one, is going to draw a lot more heat. Naveen, joining me in the comm box is Naveen. And welcome back, Naveen.
Yes, good afternoon. There's so much high the energy is, so is the sun today, and we need to keep our eyes so clean to see the darker blue or the darker black play each other now. And it's been a great match to witness, the last match. And Virudhunagar, they move to the finals. Let's see who wins this match and goes to the final. Trichy and Erode.
Erode are wearing the light blue, rather the bright blue jerseys, and the dark ones are being worn by Trichy. And this is going to be quite a match because, again, we remind you that a lot is at stake. The winning team of the final gets to earn 5 lakhs, and the runners-up will be getting subsequently less, which is like not exactly very less by any stretch of imagination. They are going to stand to earn 3 lakhs as runners-up, and the third place team will get 1 lakh, and the fourth place will get 50,000. And this is probably the biggest platform that some of these players might ever have the opportunity to play in. So they will want to make their team proud, their home proud, their panchayat proud, their village proud. So this is what Gramotsavam is all about, giving opportunities and making sure that sport is a universal language of brotherhood and love throughout. It is not just the state, because this time Gramotsavam has included 5 states altogether and 1 union territory. And may the tribe and the revolution grow. This is what it is about. Rural India must be supported because there's so much of talent there, all untapped, and those regions have not even been under the scanner or the radar. So this is an opportunity for great players to come in. In fact, Naveen, in the previous game we saw, but right now we have one dignitary who is here, Mr. S. Chandrasekhar, who is the area head of Aditya Birla Health Insurance, Sun Life Insurance, here gracing this occasion and shaking hands and blessing the teams and wishing them their very best. So this is going to be a crackling semi-final because the previous one was really quite something, and despite the heat, the crowd was fully into it. So Naveen, what is your prediction?
I believe some towards, I cannot say anything yearly, but I think if you could ask me what I'm rooting for, I would say I would root for Trichy.
I guess then I'll have to root for Erode, but then again I'm going to root for the sport itself because may the best team win. These players are giving their very best, and despite whatever conditions, more than anything, the adversities that they have faced, and despite all the adversities in life that they have faced, they have actually made the effort of pursuing their passion and being here on the mat and picking up a healthy option like sport to get ahead in life. So we wish them our very best, and this is time for the toss.
Now we have the captains of both the team. From Trichy it is Guhan, from Erode it is Dinesh Kumar.
Choose one. Your call.
So the toss.
Kyle, choice. Kota, in the team.
Trichy won the toss.
Toss won by Trichy, choice, court.
It looks like every team that beats the toss chooses to court now.
Toss won by Trichy, choice.
There's a tactical advantage because they force the opponent to actually go for the third raid, which will could result in a do or die raid. So that's the reason why most of the sides that win the toss pick the court.
Yes.
The game's beginning, the high sun, scorching heat. The players are unworried, they're just eyeing towards a victory now. The celebration today and the sportsmanship and the great sport to witness. This is Isha Gramotsavam.
The thing is, Naveen, you can't actually conserve your energy because this is a very, very important game. So they have to put all on the line and go for the kill. And they can't really hold anything back in their tanks because they need to be sure to make their availability in the final secure, because only then they get a shot at the title, right? So despite whatever the adverse conditions are, like the weather and the heat, they'll have to bear it and get on with it. It's a tough day for them because post-lunch, after a little bit of a break, the finals will happen and they'll have to conserve some energy for that and at least replenish during the break.
Now Erode goes in for a ride. The Erode player, Harivaradhan, has gone in. It seems he has all the eyes over all the corners. But Trichy is seeing them in for action for the first time. They look very promising. They went back with an empty ride. A Trichy player, Marimuthu, goes in. He swings his legs across, aiming to have a small touch somewhere. But looks like he's not going to risk for any. There was a yes kick attempted. Is he going back empty-handed? Looks like that.
Bonus Trichy.
Trichy scores a bonus point.
Opening scores with a bonus is not bad. As long as that scoreboard keeps ticking, we'll take whatever comes our way is what the attitude should be. So when the opportunity for bonus is there, they should take advantage of it. And when does that happen? When you have 6 or 7 players on the mat. So those opportunities don't present themselves too often. When it does, take advantage.
1 point.
Yes, one touch
Erode.
point,
Jersey number
and so that's the first
63 out.
player to be gracing the bench right after this game has begun.
Both the teams level at 1-1. We are here to see the action now. Yes, there is, as we speak, the number 1 player,
Raider
the captain
out.
from Trichy.
1 point. Erode. Right.
Grappled from all the players. Was it a generic move that he tried to do?
He did not expect. The right corner was very, very quick to actually surround him. He was waiting in position and Guhan was trapped, literally walked into a trap is more like it. They say Chakra Vyuha. That's what happened there.
And he touched the bonus, did he? It is Arun Kumar from Erode.
No opportunity of a bonus because there were only 5 people on the mat, so it's an empty raid. In this case, it is number 7 Marimuthu of Trichy going in for a raid. Bonus opportunity is on. Will he take advantage? He's fairly tall, pretty well built, and Erode is playing a fairly tight defense. They're not giving him those opportunities to pick up that bonus.
It seems very promising to score a point now. But no. It is a total team
Raider
effort.
out.
The defense was so
1
strong.
point. Erode.
Phenomenal play there by number 7 who played in position, Dinesh of Erode. Pulled off that single ankle hold and made sure to bring him down. Quick couple of points coming by Erode's way.
There's Dinesh again for a raid now.
Hello friends, இது வந்து semi final.
I started hopefully
First semi second semi final இது. First semi finalல வந்து திருநெல்வேலியும் விருதுநகரும் ஆடினாங்க. விருதுநகர் வின் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இப்போ இந்த மேட்ச்ல ஜெயிக்கிற டீமும் அந்த டீமும் ஃபைனல் ஆடுவாங்க. ஆல்ரெடி கேர்ள்ஸ் செமி ஃபைனல் 2 முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. அதில் வந்து ஈரோடும் திண்டுக்கல்லும் ஃபைனல் ஆடுவாங்க. ஈரோடு திண்டுக்கல் அந்த ரெண்டும் வந்து ஃபைனல் ஆடுவாங்க. அது வந்து ஈவினிங் ஒரு 4 o'clock இந்த மேட்சை முடிஞ்சாலே நிறுத்திடுவாங்க. ஒரு 4 o'clock கேர்ள்ஸ் ஃபைனல் நடக்கும். அது முடிஞ்சதுக்கப்புறம் பாய்ஸ் ஃபைனல் நடக்கும் 5 மணிக்கு. ஸோ அப்புறமான போட்டிகள் நம்ம சேனலில் தொடர்ச்சியாக லைவ் வரும். 4 to 5 அதாவது 4 to 5 வந்து கேர்ள்ஸ் ஃபைனல், 5 to 6 வந்து ஜென்ஸ் ஃபைனல் வரும்.
That was Dinesh who sent Bharati Raja out.
Now we have another raid coming in from Erode. No, from Trichy. I'm really confused with the blue, and it's not even black. It's just black with a hint of blue in their jersey. The player number 99, Vishwaraj, will he go back empty-handed? Especially when Trichy needs to add more points to the scoreboard, he cannot afford to go empty-handed. That was a very quick, but he claims to have touched them. It is Dinesh from Erode.
1 point. Erode.
You can see it's pretty much a pursuit raid, and in that pursuit raid, that was a toe touch. Not even a toe touch. He pretty much stamped his position there and said, I got you.
Erode clearly leads the scoreboard now with 5 and Trichy with just 1 point.
Trichy have just 2 players on the mat, and Erode could be pushing Trichy over and trying to pick up that first all-out point. So will that happen? We'll have to see 2 people on the mat, like we said, and Trichy sends in their player for a raid. Bonus opportunity is on. Coming in for Trichy is Kanakaraj. Tries the bonus, dashed. Yes, he did not even have a chance to swing his arm out because his shoulder and arm were pinned properly. Great Erode defense there. You can see how he's been held,
All out.
and
Trichy,
no chance of
1+3
moving those arms
Erode.
anywhere.
Now we have all-out situation coming in that happened, and now it's Trichy again for a raid. Marimuthu has gone in. He sure knows how his team's condition right now. He needs to score. He tries the yes kick. He even fell down. He looks kind of tired. Will he go back without scoring now? He says so. His body language also says so. Yes, that happened.
Official timeout.
An
Official
empty
timeout.
raid, but there's an official timeout being called, like we already mentioned. The circular sweep of the arm by the referee calls for an official
Green card
timeout, and a
warning.
green card has been awarded in warning. That
Green card warning.
is Mr. Kumaresan, the chief
Disturbing
referee.
the game.
It's the very first green card for the day.
Right.
Even for the entire semi-finals that have to count for yesterday. Now Erode has sent in Arun Kumar for a raid. Can he add the double digit that Erode has been holding on the scoreboard? He's very swift. He's very small, but still very swift. Kind of players that unpredictably goes. Looks like he touches one. He already touched one. That's what he says though.
It seems more of a bonus attempt.
Bonus
And did he pick
Erode.
it? Yes, he picked that
Yes.
bonus and got
Bonus
the double
Erode.
digit like you were wanting, Naveen. And coming back inside for the raid is Guhan, the captain for Trichy. Bonus opportunity is on for him as well. He's fairly tall, and he does have the limb length. So he tries, he attempts, makes sure that he really sieves through the entire space available for him.
Now Dinesh from Erode goes back for a raid. Erode clearly maintains a major score in the scoreboard. Trichy will have to earn every score one by one. Look at his legs constantly moving. He claims to have touched one. Yes, 1
1
point
point
again for
Erode.
Erode.
Jersey number
Dinesh.
63 out.
With a running hand touch there.
திருச்சி நல்லா டஃப் கொடுப்பாங்கன்னு எதிர்பார்த்தோம், ஆனா மேட்ச் இப்படி போயிட்டு இருக்குது 1-11 அப்படின்ட்டு.
The pressure is on him, and this time Erode seems to have made a lapse of judgment.
நம்ம சொன்னது காதுல கேட்டுருச்சு போல இருக்குது. ஒரு அற்புதமான டச் பாயிண்ட் எடுத்திருக்காங்க திருச்சியில.
And Marimuthu is comfortably waiting in the
1
midline.
point, Trichy.
1
Jersey
point,
number
yes,
2
he
out.
has picked it up after a long time. Trichy is picking up the
2-11.
second point.
Let us see if the luck continues and they can get more points with the second point. But Erode is not going to leave any room for that. It is Arun Kumar from Erode. Will he try to score a bonus here? But no.
அருண்குமார் ஒரு யூனிவர்சிட்டி பிளேயர், ஒரு அற்புதமான பிளேயர் ஈரோடு மாவட்டம்.
The scarcity of points. Marimuthu again for a raid.
They must be itching to get points, and if they are in the semi-final, then they've shown and proven in their run-up to the semi-final.
மாரிமுத்து லாஸ்ட் டைம்ல ஒரு நல்ல அற்புதமான ரன்னிங் டச் பாயிண்ட் எடுத்தாரு. பட் இது ஒரு எம்டி ரைட்.
Intention. Marimuthu seems to be a calming presence for his team, but that's not all. He needs to pick up those points. Bonus opportunity is here. Did he make do of it? No, it's an empty raid.
I was hoping he touched that bonus.
மீண்டும்
but he
தினேஷ் குமார்.
Again, it's number 7, Dinesh from Erode.
It's not enough to touch the bonus line. You'll have to cross the bonus line, and one leg must be in the air. The back leg, the trailing leg must be in the air when he crosses it. Is that a dubki? He did try.
அற்புதமான டிஃபென்ஸ் ரொம்ப க்ளோஸா பிடிச்சிருக்காங்க. பேக்கப் கொடுக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க திருச்சி.
You can see the attempt at dubki there, but then it was Providence and the defensive player was right behind him so that he could not move too much towards the midline.
Kanagaraj and his defensive move that saved the point.
டைம் வந்து ஃபுல் டைம் நண்பர்களே. 20-20. மீண்டும் ஒரு டச் பாயிண்ட். மணி அவுட் பண்ணியிருக்காரு.
1 point Trichy.
அப்பன்ஸ் பிளேயர் அவுட் ஆகி வெளியே போறாரு. தினேஷ் வெளியே போயாச்சு. இப்போ அருண் மட்டும் தான் உள்ள இருக்காரு. அப்பன்ஸ்ல
did manage to get a touch point there. Coming back to raid for Erode is Arun Kumar.
Arun Kumar is a little unpredictable. You can just see him swirling around confidently. With the full attendance on the mat, he came back empty-handed. Now for Trichy, the captain Guhan comes in and he goes back empty-handed too. He's waiting for the trap to make them fall in their defensive move.
Forcing Erode to actually attempt for a do-or-die raid here. And yes, he gets
போனஸ் போட்டுருக்காருன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அருணையும் பிடிச்சிட்டாங்க. நல்ல ஒரு அற்புதமான டிஃபென்ஸ். வாஷ் அவுட் போடுறதுக்கான வாய்ப்பு அதிகமா இருக்கு. எஸ் போனஸ் போட்டிருக்காரு. வாஷ் அவுட் போடுறதுக்கான வாய்ப்பு திருச்சிக்கு இருக்கு. என்ன பண்றாங்கன்னு பார்ப்போம்.
Unlike the last match where the score was
2 point.
What just happened now?
Jersey number 9.
Beautiful there. You can see the kick that he attempted, and then a dash is being attempted. But no, he did get safe over there.
He scored 2 points there. So Trichy is slowly climbing up the scoreboard, but still Erode leads it.
What a tackle there, Naveen. That was good.
It's a very confident tackle. The Harivaradhan from Erode. They just caught him with the ankle hold and everybody scrambled towards him.
And Trichy have managed to enforce an all-out over there and come back into the game fighting and clawing like we all expected them to, or rather wanted them to. They're only trailing Erode by 3 points. They were trailing by 9 points at one stage, but the points have been a flurry coming in favor of Trichy in this last minute and a half or 2 minutes.
As we are speaking and as we also witnessed in the last match, we cannot write off any team just by the see before the, even after the half time. Let's see how they climb back the scoreboard. I will still root for Trichy and see them win. But as you mentioned, it's not the team or this team. It's a sportsmanship that we are celebrating today, the 15th Isha Gramotsavam.
Both have their eye on the main prize, so it's going to be a mad scramble to make sure that one of these teams makes it to the final, which will happen post-lunch. So just a 3-point deficit that Trichy is facing, and it could be erased at any point in time because it's still fairly early in the first half.
It is Captain Guhan from Trichy has gone for a raid, and I sure learned his lesson in the last couple of raids. Now he has scored a point.
1 point.
Harivardhan makes a rookie mistake over here. That is a very, very simple mistake. No support, goes for a single ankle hold when he didn't have any support over there. The midline is open for him to leap and go. This is a tall player that he tried to make an ankle hold off.
Let us see what Arun Kumar got to do now. The scoreboards are 11 for Trichy and 13 for Erode.
Attempts a scorpion kick, confident of inflicting a touch point, thigh fives, and waits by the midline for time to run out.
2 points.
That he has done, and how he got 2 points in the process. 2 touches, One, I think, came by way of the kick itself.
And Erode clearly maintains his score so high. 15 and Trichy 11.
That was a valuable 2 to pull ahead, but here you can see number 7, Marimuthu, who pats his opponent on his back and says, hey, buddy, I got you.
Trichy.
And the sacrificial lamb is once again Harivardhan for Erode.
Clearly Trichy is fighting back, we can see that. And the star rider, we can say that right now because he has taken many rides now. Arun Kumar from Erode. He's so swift around the mat. Yes, he scored it again.
Right shape. 1 point.
Arun Kumar, man of the moment, if you can see back-to-back points, beautifully escaped from that dash. He saw him in the corner of the ice and actually pivoted, used that peripheral vision to get ahead and spins, escapes, picks up that point.
Every time Trichy scores a point, Erode somehow manages to score a couple of points in a single raid. Let us see if that also happens now.
Divagar sir.
There's a timeout.
Sir. Right.
Trichy captain Guhan goes for yet another raid. This time, he does have to score more points for sure.
Guhan with a good reach. He could use toe touches as an added skill to his repertoire because that's how his structure is. Running hand touches and toe touches can work in his favor, but at this point in time, he goes back with nothing to show for his raid. Arun Kumar is back. Apologies, that would be Dinesh.
You could never say the difference because both the players are the same height, the same build. That's why we get confused. And they're so swift around the mat.
Naveen, if you see, he's quite powerful actually. His footwork is pretty good and powerful. But this might be an empty raid, and which is what it is.
Now we have number 7, Marimuthu from Trichy. He's very determined to score because for a long time Trichy is standing in 12. Erode leading the scoreboard with 16. He climbs to touched 1.
He hesitated for a second over there. And the defense stalled, used that instant to actually inflict a touch. He claims the touch, but then we're yet to see how will it be ruled. In his favor, that's what it is. One touch point has been given in favor of Trichy, and a timeout has been called. Trichy just trailing by 4 points.
And we can see the captain, the coach here. Both the coaches have different words to say for their team. I'm sure Trichy's coach is very critical about his team's performance now. Anything can turn around. That's what we witnessed in the last couple of matches. Before the half time, any team can turn around their winning spree and see how this goes.
Back in play. Arun Kumar back in action. Bonus is on. Is he going to take advantage of that and pick off a couple? Or is it going to be just one touch point? Nice footwork, aggressive moves, attempts a kick, empty raid.
Now we see the team's captain from Trichy going in for yet another raid. He has been proving himself worthy the last couple of raids. But I still remember the first raid.
That they all caught him together. That should be a lesson for him. That's why he is not attempting to have any bonuses.
That shouldn't phase him. I mean, he needs to look at where those openings are, create that agitation in the defense and use it to his advantage, which he is not doing right now.
ஈரோடு மாவட்ட வீரர்கள் பேரெல்லாம் நமக்கு தெரியும், அதனால கமெண்ட்ரியில நம்ம பேரெல்லாம் சொல்றோம். திருச்சி மாவட்ட வீரர்கள் தெரியாது, மன்னிச்சுக்கங்க. ஏன்னா அந்த கமெண்ட்ரியில அவங்க பேரெல்லாம் நம்ம சொல்ல மாட்டேங்கிறோம்னு யாரும் நினைக்க வேண்டாம்.
After that, it was that hand touch that fetched
தினேஷ் ஒரு அற்புதமான டச் பாயிண்ட்.
You can see where he's attempting the toe touch, distracts the opponent. Oh yes, and swipes him across the face.
Marimuthu from Trichy has gone in for a raid now. Marimuthu will sure has to.
4 மணிக்கு கேர்ள்ஸ் ஃபைனல்ஸ் நண்பர்களே, ஈரோடு வெர்சஸ் திண்டுக்கல்.
But they need to do more.
லீக்ல வந்து அவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே போல்ல தான் இருந்தாங்க. ஒரே போல்ல இருந்ததா லீக் மேட்ச்ல வந்து ஒரு போல்ல இருந்த ரெண்டு டீம் தான் ஃபைனல் ஆடுறாங்க. ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல். லீக்ல ரெண்டு டீமும் மோதனப்போ வந்து திண்டுக்கல்லும் ஈரோடும் ஆனதுல வந்து ஈரோடு தான் வின் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க. அதனால கண்டிப்பா அதுக்கு வந்து ஒரு பதிலடி கொடுக்கணும்னு திண்டுக்கல் இருப்பாங்க. தமிழ்நாட்டின் சிறந்த ரெண்டு டீம்கள் ஒரு அற்புதமான ஃபைனலா தான் இருக்கும்.
That was a beautiful chain tackle there coming from number 9 Bharati Raja.
ஒரு அற்புதமான டிஃபென்ஸ் தினேஷ் பிடிச்சிருக்காங்க.
If there was a replay for it, you would definitely say that how he wantedly went into the trap. But still, that was a great defense move. He did not expect that to happen.
விருதுநகர் டீம் வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமி ஃபைனல்ல வின் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இதுல ஜெயிக்கிற டீமோட ஃபைனல் ஆடுவாங்க ஈவினிங் 6 o'clock. நண்பர்களே, பிரைஸ் வந்து 5 lakh. முதல் பரிசு 5 லட்சம் பாய்ஸ் டீமுக்கு, கேர்ள்ஸ் டீமுக்கு வந்து 2 லட்சம். ஈரோடு மாவட்டம் மணி ஏஎம்கேசி கோபி அணியின் நம்பிக்கை நட்சத்திர வீரர் ஸ்டார் ரைடர் மணி அவர்கள். பட் இது ஒரு எம்டி ரைடா போறாரு.
We did not see any intent to fetch any points there. There are only 5 players on the mat.
You know, with the popularity of number 7, or these people like coincidentally took number 7. Both the number 7 from both the sides are repeatedly trying to go for the raids.
Attempts a scorpion kick, but the distance is too great for him to cover and get any touch point out of that.
போனஸ் போடுறதுக்கான வாய்ப்பு இல்ல, only touch point தான் எடுத்தாகணும்.
That was an unnecessary move since he already went in and validated it. Just using up the time on the clock.
If you look closer, both the number 7s of both the teams here, Marimuthu and there Dinesh.
Number 1 வந்து குஹன்களா? ஓகே bro, ஓகே, thank you.
They dance around.
நண்பர்களே, நான் ஆக்சுவலா கிரவுண்ட்ல இல்ல, நாங்க வீட்ல இருந்து தான் லைவ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
It's not enough to float like a butterfly here. You have to sting like a bee. That's not happening.
That's a good one. Trailing so close behind, any miracle can happen. The last match we believe we saw
நல்ல வெயிலா இருக்க மாட்டேங்குது மத்தியான டைம்.
something like that happening right now will turn.
ஆனா ஈரோடு, திருப்பூர், கோயம்புத்தூர் எல்லாம் வந்து மழை 2 நாளைக்கு இருக்குன்னு சொன்னாங்க. மேகமூட்டமா இருக்கும்னு நினைச்சேன், ஆனா நல்ல வெயிலா இருக்குது, அதாலே தெரியுது.
Because we're not seeing very energetic raids. Could attribute it to the heat itself, but both are playing very cautiously as well. Could swing any which way because it's only a 2-point deficit. Both seem evenly balanced.
நான் இவ்வளவு வெயில்லையும் இவ்வளவு ஆடியன்ஸும் அந்த வெயில மறந்து மேட்ச் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்கன்னா அதான் ஒரு கபடிக்கான சக்தி. நல்ல டிஃபென்ஸ், நல்ல டிஃபென்ஸ், ஒரு அற்புதமான டிஃபென்ஸ் ஈரோடு.
He got sucked in too deep close to the end line, and then the defensive players turn around, tried to inflict a hand touch, but the right corner was ready and they moved in. And while we spoke about Arun Kumar's valuable presence on the mat, you can see that he has picked up some valuable points as well. 1 point more for Erode, still keeping it away from Trichy, and that signals the end of the first half. And Erode have a lead of 19, Trichy picking up 15 in the first half.
So let's hope for the second half and see how it goes. Before that, let's look into the highlights in a while. How that both the teams came up, you know, so eerily similar with the costumes. They greeted with a guest, captains, and how they won the toss and they chose to court. It was the first grapple that Guhan, the Trichy's captain, faced. The same kind of point was there in the very final move of this first half. This was such a great move, great defensive skills by Team Trichy. I believe both the teams were very good in the defensive moves. And like we saw, there are many.
Trichy number 3.
Both the teams performed very well. And if I could summarize, I would say they
Half time.
all had a good
Change
time.
the
We'll go
court.
for a break now.
கபடியில் வந்து ஒரு லவ், ஒரு விளையாடணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஆர்வம். இது வந்து கிராம பிள்ளைங்க வந்து பசங்க பொண்ணுங்கள்லாம் எல்லாமே கலந்துக்கணும், ஆர்வத்தோட விளையாடணுங்கிறதுக்காண்டி இந்த ஈஷா கிராமம் வச்சு நடத்துகிறாங்க. இப்போ தான் எங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இதனால் நாங்கள் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது இதில் பங்கேற்று.
சிட்டியில் உள்ளவங்க தெரியுறாங்க, அதே மாதிரி கிராமத்தில் உள்ள பொண்ணுங்களும் வெளில தெரியணும். கிராமத்தில் உள்ளவங்களும் இருக்காங்க, பட் யாருக்குமே தெரியலை. இவங்களை நம்ம வெளிக்கொண்டு வரணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரே நோக்கத்தில் வந்து இவங்க இதை வந்து 15 வருஷமாக நடத்திட்டு இருக்காங்க. இப்போ வந்து எங்கள் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்டில் வந்து இப்போ முதல்ல பண்ணுறாங்க. நான் ரொம்ப ஆர்வமாகவும் எக்ஸைட்டடாகவும் இருக்கேன். இதில் வின் பண்ணி நான் கண்டிப்பாக கோயம்புத்தூர் போகணும் அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப ஆர்வமாக இருக்கேன். நீங்கள் வந்து நினச்சிருந்தா சிட்டிக்குள்ளேயே எல்லாமே பண்ணியிருந்துருக்கலாம். நீங்கள் அப்படி இல்லாமல் கிராமத்துக்காக ரொம்ப எஃபெக்டிவ் கொடுத்ததுக்கு தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
Namaskaram. Gramotsavam, a unique sporting initiative launched by Sadhguru, has been rejuvenating the spirit of rural India since 2004 in Tamil Nadu.
For the first time, Isha Gramotsavam will be held across all southern Indian states. The unique aspect of Gramotsavam is that all the players in the team should be from the same village. Now, this is not a tournament for professional players, but it is a platform which encourages everyone to play.
It's a medium to break caste barriers and an opportunity for women to step out from day-to-day household work. Now, these matches will be held in district and state levels. Winners get to take home Isha Rejuvenation Trophy.
A ball can change the world.
இதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம்
அழகாக விளையாடணும், சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு. இந்த மேட்ச் வந்து ஈஷா யோகா டீம் வந்து சூப்பராக நடத்தியிருக்காங்க. எங்களுக்கு கேர்ள்ஸுக்கு வந்துட்டு நல்லா சேஃப்டியாக பண்ணி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. இந்த மேட்ச்சில் வந்துட்டு ஃபுட்டு வந்து ரொம்பவே சூப்பராக இருக்குது.
அது ஒரு எனர்ஜியாக பார்க்குறாங்க, அவ்வளோதான். ஏன்னா கிராமத்தில் இருக்கிற பசங்களை எல்லாத்தையும் என்கரேஜ் பண்ணுறாங்க. அவங்க புத்துணர்ச்சியாக இருக்குண்ணா. எங்களுக்கு இந்த ஈஷா கிராமம் வச்சனால எங்கள் ஊர் வந்து பெருமையாகுது.
ஏற்கனவே நாங்கள் ஈஷா யோகாவில் வந்து மன அமைதியையும் தெய்வத்தையும் நம்மளுக்கு கற்றுக் கொடுத்துருந்தாங்க. இந்த ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் நடத்துறது மூலம் எங்களோட உடல் வலிமையும் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா வளர்த்துக்கிறதுக்கு ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது. மொத்தத்தில் எங்கள் டீமும் நாங்களும் ரொம்ப மிகவும் சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கோம். ஈஷாவுக்கு வந்து நன்றி தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். ஐ லவ் யூ ஈஷா.
I've heard so much about this, but to be actually present here and to witness is even better.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமியில் வந்து விருதுநகர் வின் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க. திருநெல்வேலியும் விருதுநகரும் ஆடினாங்க. விருதுநகர் வின் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க பாய்ஸ் டீமில். இப்போ இதில் ஜெயிக்கிற டீமும் விருதுநகரும் ஃபைனல் ஆடுவாங்க பாய்ஸ் டீமில். கேர்ள்ஸ் டீம் வந்து ஈரோடு வெர்சஸ் திண்டுக்கல் ஃபைனல். 4 மணிக்கு வந்து கேர்ள்ஸ் ஃபைனல், 5 மணிக்கு வந்து பாய்ஸ் மென்ஸ் ஃபைனல்.
So it's all about playing sport, and sport is something which will give you a reason to smile. And I'm smiling today because I've been able to spend time with you. And to the guys who have participated in this tournament, you're all winners because you won my heart by participating and being here. It's been a sheer joy to be here. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are here back to the second half of the accelerating game between Trichy and Erode on a sunny day. And the sun is so hot. As you mentioned, every time it is getting hotter and hotter this afternoon. But the game is also getting hot. Hi, Aparna.
Hi, Naveen. This has been quite the game so far between Erode and Trichy. We had an exciting first semi-final, and we saw Tirunelveli battling it with Virudhunagar. And let's see who's going to win here and move into the final, because Virudhunagar is already waiting for them there. Lots at stake.
என்ன நம்ம ஐசிஎஃப் வேணுமா? ஐசிஎஃப் ஆடுவாங்க, நாளைக்கு ஆடுவாங்க.
And who is actually going to have the opportunity to battle for that?
Yes, more than the monetary value of the win, this is a win that they are going to pursue now. And Trichy sure will have to up their game to match Erode. It doesn't even have to match Erode. Anything can happen towards Erode's positives too. So we'll have to wait and see which team picks up the pace now. It is jersey number 7, Dinesh from Erode, was gone in for a raid.
Looks like it's going to be an empty raid, and we'll have to wait and see what's happening over here. This is the first time we are seeing Ratnabel Pandian coming in for a raid from Trichy. And will he be able to do anything, pick up some points? The bonus is on, but he doesn't seem to be in any hurry to pick up any points whatsoever, just awaits instructions from his teammates to, okay, get back, man, let's see them over defense. And that's what happened, an empty raid.
And Dinesh from Erode has gone back now. Is it just me and or everyone noticing that the players are a little bit tired? Are they tired of these weather, or they tired of how they're not any to take any risk with the raids in?
Seems like a mild cloud cover is setting in, and that's giving a little bit of a respite to this team, but the dehydration is there, that fatigue is real, but that's okay because these are rural players who have been through much, seen much, conditioned their bodies to extremes, so they should be fine just with a little drag of water, and they should be good to go. And this is their star player Marimuthu attempting raid here. Bonus is on. But Marimuthu is not attempting to reach in and find those gaps. But there it is. Even though there was a double ankle hold, that defense happened so late up in near the midline. So there was no one stopping him from picking up that point and escaping. In fact, that's 2 points. That was something that they could have avoided. Just one person go there for the ankle hold, evaluate the situation and let him go with that 1 point instead of sacrificing the second point there.
That's a much needed 2 points for Trichy, and they got it on the place right now. Let's see how it goes further and see how this now goes and how the points lead. And another point.
Raider out. 1 point. Trichy. Right.
நல்ல ஒரு க்ளோஸான டிஃபென்ஸ்
Out on the sidelines, there's no way he could have reached
திருச்சி
over
மாவட்ட
or
வீரர்கள்
under the defensive
அற்புதமான
players to
பேக்கப்
reach the
கொடுத்திருக்காங்க.
midline. So all of a sudden Trichy are back
18க்கு 19 ஒரே ஒரு புள்ளி முன்னிலையில் ஈரோடு.
Naveen, Trichy is coming back into the game.
Very true. We just started rooting for them, but now things have changed. Let's root for the game. And that was a surprise. That was a surprise.
If you notice that urgency,
ஈரோட 4 பிளேயர் இருக்காங்க. 4 பிளேயர்ல வந்து 2 பிளேயர் டிஃபெண்டர், 2 பிளேயர் அஃபென்ஸ் பிளேயர்.
enjoying the sport just like the audiences and
number 7 Dinesh.
That's what the major sport this sport is about. Though they have many pressure on them, they're just taking it as a real sport and making it lighter moments.
Craftiness is just as much as a skill as anything else on the playing field.
Empty right.
These moments are not just new for us, but they have seen so many moments for the last couple of months ever since Isha Gramotsavam started. They are here playing on this semis, but so many teams they have met and so many good games they ever had.
Guhan using his height to his advantage and trying to execute a kick at the left corner there. He didn't connect. There are 4 people on the mat, but he's going to make this an empty raid and get back and hope to get some points on the defensive end. Going back on the defensive end, Dinesh goes in for a raid, but Dinesh too is not too committed on picking up a point. There goes back.
Third raid, do or die raid, Trichy.
This is a do or die raid. Coming back for them is Guhan. The pressure is on him. This kind of a situation is usually tough because there are 2 chains over there with 4 people. And could he get locked in? And that's what happens. A brilliant single ankle hold, not by 1, but 2 players over there ensures that
defense
no chance of escaping. And that was a defensive move that was very, very well played. You can see. See that ankle hold.
That was a great move. They both tried for different ankles to hold. That one was a final leap over him.
Riveted to place is what we must say.
Foul play.
Yeah, the final move that we noticed has earned them a green card maybe.
Jersey number 9.
That's a foul play called on jersey number 9, Chinnadurai, because that was an unnecessary leap. If there's any leap that you need to take, it's only to escape or a leap of faith.
Do or die raid, Erode.
Now Erode surely clearly leads the board with 2 points. I can just only imagine if Erode scores multiple points now and takes the scoreboard back steepingly high. Will that happen? That's what they hope to do.
The pressure was on Erode because this was a do or die.
மீண்டும் ஒரு அற்புதமான டிஃபென்ஸ் திருச்சி. தினேஷை பிடிச்சிருக்கிறாங்க.
But a little bit of an injury scare over there, but great support that Trichy gave. And yes, we were right about that injury scare. Let's hope that it's not too bad. This is what we keep saying every single time somebody gets injured, because it is definitely not a fun situation when you to lose a player on injury. And having come this far, it'll only be lovely if the entire team stays healthy and go all the way.
Of course, the winning team has a bigger match to play, the finals, and they are here back. There's not much. Is he being rested for a while?
Naveen, there is much at stake even for the third and fourth place team. So after this, their journey is not over. The losing semi-finalists will face off to pick up the third and fourth place spot and earn some in the process. Looks like there's a
ICFல இல்ல நண்பர்களே. Only district team-ஆன match.
He will be back.
Of course, he'll be back. And
East match.
And also reminding everyone who's watching, these are not professional players. They're everyday walk of people. They are students, they are working professionals, but they spend their weekends training for the game, and they have met many teams who have come thus far to play in the semi-finals in this venue, Isha Gramotsavam. Looking at the Kabaddi alone, in Tamil Nadu there are around 1,567 teams with 18,804 players. Among all them, the semis are happening.
The men alone are 15,072 participants actually from 1,256 teams at this Gramotsavam. So this has been crackling, and this is only from the state of Tamil Nadu.
And now we have number 7,
Marimuthu from Trichy. This is a guy who surprises. He looks very tired, but suddenly gives a scare for a run. Let's see if he has any of the tricks right now. Looks like he's going to walk back.
He's full of surprises, but will he be able to do something? Nah, he's just going to go back and say, I'll take you on defense.
And Dinesh from Erode.
Money.
7 versus 7. The number 7 versus number 7, who are taking their turns or raids both the teams. He's quick with his feet, but will he sting this time?
Dinesh Kumar not showing too much intent over there, and going back again is Marimuthu. This time he goes with a little more intent, goes invalidates the raid, but no, he comes right back to the midline, and he is
Marimuthu, number 7 Marimuthu, number 7 Mani.
I don't think so, but he
7 to 7 பாடிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
The intent is on, but now he's getting some advice from his teammates. They're going to use up the time and get right back. Trailing by just 1, Trichy is looking to play and pick up those points on defense.
He's just looking at the clock to just come back soon. And we have another number 7 Marimuthu walking in.
AMKC வீரர்.
This cannot go on for long, because on the third attempt they will have to take a do or die ride. They'll have to take risks and do more.
இது third ride.
Guhan.
Third ride.
So this is a do or die raid, so there is a lot of pressure. You can see some action. You can expect somebody to take points at least here, but he tries to push the right corner and
டச் பாயிண்ட் தான் எடுத்தாகணும். போனஸ் போடுறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இல்லை. 4 பிளேயர் இருக்காங்க. அற்புதமான டிஃபென்ஸ்.
Thanks to
ஈரோடுக்கு ஒரு பாயிண்ட்.
who went in for that thigh hold, double thigh.
ஈரோடுக்கு தேர்ட் ரைடு. யார் பாடுவாங்கன்னு தெரியல. மணி பாடுவாரா இல்ல உள்ள யார் வந்திருக்காங்கன்னு தெரியல.
Third ride, do or die ride, Erode.
Yes, மணியே வந்திருக்காரு.
No time left. And Erode's number 7 player has come in, Dinesh Kumar.
This is also a do or die raid, Naveen.
அஜித் வாங்க, வெல்கம். ரெண்டு பேருமே நல்ல டிஃபென்ஸ் ஆடி இருக்கிறாங்க. போனஸ் போட ட்ரை பண்ணாரு, பட் போனஸ் போட முடியல. அற்புதமான ஆங்கிள்.
Still trailing by just one. It's so exciting. Anything can happen. Marimuthu this time going in. Marimuthu is not going to wait in the midline. He's decided enough is enough. I am going to take things in my hands
and make those attempts, what may.
Looking at the scoreboards, they are just trailing behind with 1 point, Trichy 20, and Erode is leading with 21.
But we cannot let this so close scoreboards happening, because any time the games can turn around.
Harivardhan attempting to pick up a point over there, shows a little bit of energy on the floor, but it's even though the energy is there, the intent is not very specific, because he's not committing to any move in all seriousness. Neither is he committing to the bonus, nor is he committing to the touch. So what is going to happen? Probably it's going to be an empty raid.
Looks like that.
இல்ல நண்பர்களே, இந்த மேட்ச் முடிஞ்சு தான் சாப்பிட போறோம்.
But look who's back. Number 7, Marimuthu. No, is it Guhan?
Guhan sieves through, tries to find those areas and gaps for him to take advantage of and at least get a touch somewhere. But the two chains are ready and fairly conservative in attacking him. It's an empty raid.
And now we have from Erode, Madhavan go for a raid.
ஈரோடுக்கு அப்பன்ஸ் பிளேயர் உள்ள இல்ல போல இருக்குது. டிஃபெண்டர் தான் வந்து பக் லைன் வச்சு நின்னுட்டு இருக்காங்க. மேட்ச் டைட்டா போயிட்டு இருக்கு. 20க்கு 21ன்ட்டு எந்த பக்கம் வேணாலும் திரும்பலாம். ஃபைனல் ரிசல்ட்.
Defensive strategy.
Naveen, it is important to break out of that rut and actually make an offense
மீண்டும்
happen,
மாரிமுத்து
because you can't
number
constantly
7
stay on defense and hope to get points constantly. Somewhere you should get a tad aggressive, but does it happen here? Oh no, beautiful.
மீண்டும் ஒரு அற்புதமான டிஃபென்ஸ். ரெண்டு அணிகளும் நல்ல டிஃபென்ஸ் ஆடிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஃபுல்லா ஏறிட்டாரு, பேக்கே இல்ல.
But he was blindsided. That's what happened. And Marimuthu is a key player to lose.
Erode clearly leads by 2 points, and Trichy is 20, Erode is 22.
Arun, do or die raid.
Now it's Erode's number 17 player, Arun Kumar, comes in. He dances on the mat. But can he do a toe touch, or is he making sure that he gets a yes kick?
ரெண்டு அணிகளுக்குமே ரைடர் பாயிண்ட் எடுக்கிறது ரொம்ப டஃப்பா இருக்கு. பாத்தீங்களா, மறுபடியும் டிஃபென்ஸ் திருச்சி. ரெண்டு அணிகளும் மாறி மாறி நல்லா டிஃபென்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Brilliant defensive move, and that is Kanakaraj initiating that move. They move like a well-oiled machine. That was the perfect example of
யார் வெற்றி பெறுவாங்கன்னு கணிக்க முடியாத ஒரு போட்டியா போயிட்டு இருக்கு.
Find no openings to get out.
Now we have number 1 player from Trichy, Guhan, riding in. Can he do more to level the scores now?
ரெண்டாவது செமிஃபைனல் போயிட்டு இருக்கு ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ். ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல வந்து விருதுநகர் வின் பண்ணிட்டாங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமிஃபைனல்ல. அவங்க கூட இவங்க ஃபைனல் ஆடுவாங்க. அட்வான்ஸ் லபின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். டச்சா அட்வான்ஸ் லபியா? எனக்கு வந்து அட்வான்ஸ் லபி மாதிரி தெரிஞ்சது. எஸ், அட்வான்ஸ் லபி.
Probably something went wrong against him.
Looks like it, because
replay போடுங்க.
Looks like Erode had a self out, so it seems that Trichy may have picked up a point. There's a lot of frustration and emotion on the Erode players face.
எல்லா ரைடும் ரீப்ளே போடுவாங்க, அது ரீப்ளே போடாம இருக்காங்க. எஸ், அட்வான்ஸ் லபி தான் நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி. எஸ், இப்ப காமிக்கிறாங்க பாருங்க, அட்வான்ஸ் லபி.
Why is there a bonus? No.
பாத்தீங்களா,
you can see he was dashed before he stepped out of the line.
1:2. correct.
Stepped out of into the lobby.
There's still more confusions on the mat, but the scores are leveled. it is not the players, it's more than the players, it's us who's witnessing the match is more stressed and where the results will lead now.
And it was all because of that lapse in judgment and that self-outs that happened, because before the Trichy player had stepped out of bounds, the defensive end, the two players had stepped out of bounds. So it was something that was unavoidable. And that one extra point came because it became a super tackle situation over there as well.
Now Dinesh from Erode has to go back to his team with a point, or else his team is just numbered with just 2 people when the next rider comes in. Will he score? But he is not determined to do so. Now there's a super tackle situation. Mari Muthu from Trichy walks in. He has a very surprising action. It's a situation. Look, he's caught now.
Super tackle.
This could have been easy or it could have been difficult, but this was difficult at this point in time, because you can see Marimuthu walking into the trap. Well done. It was a triumvirate of defenders over there surrounding him and making sure to peg him down and make sure there was no openings, and especially because he was near the baseline, there was no way he could have reached or struggled all the way to the midline. Injuries. Again, you can see it seems like the hand this time. Multiple players are injured because that was a hard hit they took. And Marimuthu is not a small player. He's a tall, well-built, aggressive player. So there is a considerable amount of pain on the mat right now. My heart goes out to them.
Of course, even when there's so many players on the mat, when they bombard against each other, those injuries, they look small. But here with the super tackle situation, this looks kind of very alarming. But we have medical professionals on the mat helping them. It was his knee. And perhaps when the replay is shown better, we'll recognize how that happened. But for now, we have our professionals helping them. And within a fraction of moments, the players will be back in action. Just like how the Gramotsavam's players are in different sports, young and old, everybody playing for the same team, we are witnessing the audiences of different ages having a great time now. I can imagine how that hurts actually.
Looks like he's bumped some knees over there, and with all
மத்தியான
that
டைம் இருக்கும், வெயில் ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்க மாட்டேங்குது கிரவுண்ட்ல, பார்த்தாலே தெரியுது கிரவுண்ட லாங் ஷாட்ல.
situation there.
ஆனா அற்புதமான ஒரு மலை அடிவாரம் இது.
In pain, will he be able to continue remains to be seen, but he was pretty crucial, and that beautiful defensive play that they made sure they picked up 2 points off that single play, because it was a super tackle situation, and in the same process they managed to get one of the key players out over there, which was Marimuthu being sent to the bench. So that was very, very important.
The audiences don't seem any more tired with the scorching sun there. They're using all their placards, the umbrellas, little flags to hide their faces from the sun. Looks like the players are still there, attending to their teammates.
மேட்ச் வந்து ஈரோடு மாவட்டம், ஈரோடு நண்பர்களே, மேட்ச் நடக்கிறது வந்து கோயம்புத்தூர்ல ஈசா ஃபவுண்டேஷன்ல தான் நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்குது.
Surging points to their side, just waiting for such magical moments. This happened in the last game. Here we see multiple points taken in a ride, and that was a turning point of how the match is.
கழுகு பார்வையில ஒரு அற்புதமான காட்சி.
This match has been so different. You cannot guess forever until these two teams are in. It looks all right. Determined to stay in. The music so high. The team is ready.
முதல் பரிசு 5 லட்சம் நண்பர்களே. பாய்ஸ் டீமுக்கு, கேர்ள்ஸ் டீமுக்கு முதல் பரிசு 2 லட்சம். கேர்ள்ஸ் மேட்ச் வந்து ஃபைனல் இருக்கு, 4 மணிக்கு ஃபைனல்.
He is trying to storm the toes. He's very swift in his
ஈரோடு வெர்சஸ் திண்டுக்கல் கேர்ள்ஸ் ஃபைனல் மேட்ச் ஆர்டர் பண்றவங்க.
That was a great move, but still
மீண்டும் ஒரு அற்புதமான டிஃபென்ஸ் திருச்சி.
1 point Trichy.
மணி தான் அவுட் ஆகி போறாரு.
Kanakaraj actually initiating that tackle, and that move over there made him jump.
மணி வந்து எப்பவுமே 4ஆம் நம்பர் பனியன் தான் போடுவாரு, 7ஆம் நம்பர் பனியன் வந்து தினேஷ் தான் போடுவாரு.
Trichy is
பனியனை
just
மாற்றி
trailing
போட்டிருக்கிறாங்க
by 1 point.
என்ன காரணம் தெரியல.
And, this time it's Guhan. Super tackle situation is still on. Will Guhan take advantage or will Erode take advantage remains to be seen.
Guhan has
எல்லா மேட்சுமே ஃபுல் டைம் நண்பர்களே 22-20.
the place. The players are really, very cautious in approaching him. He might steal a point away. They did not let that happen though.
Lets it slide, but here they have 6 players on the mat. Bonus is on. Maybe they will use their numbers advantage to pin Dinesh down. That remains to be seen. If that happens, then they're slowly eliminating Erode and pushing them towards an all-out situation. Will that happen? But it doesn't look like it. Might be an empty raid.
We never seen a long time happen since this.
தினேஷ் 7 நம்பர் பனியன் தான் போட்டிருக்காரு, மணியும் 7 நம்பர் பனியன் தான் போட்டிருக்காரு.
That's a surprise move.
அந்த கிரவுண்ட்ல கமெண்ட்ரி பண்றவங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் சிரமமா தான் இருக்கும், ஏன்னா நமக்கு தெரிந்த முகங்கள்.
Guhan from Trichy. Super tackle situation again.
Less than 5 minutes on the clock for the final whistle, so there's a lot of pressure. Somebody needs to make a bold move and break away from this point situation, because right now anything can happen, and that's not a situation that you want to be in. If you are trailing, then you want to be within striking distance, but if you are leading, then you want to make sure you're out of striking distance.
24-25 fantastic match இது.
Let us see how what turns down this right. Dinesh from Erode goes back again.
Number 7 தினேஷ், ஈரோடு மாவட்டம். அன்பு தம்பிகள் பி மேட்டுப்பாளையம் அணியின் வீரர்.
Not allow him take a point away.
Clock is ticking down, but they are actually using the time on the clock to slow things down.
சூப்பர். பாருங்க, ஒரு நம்ம கிரிக்கெட்ல தான் இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் வந்து பாதைகள் வச்சிட்டு இருப்பாங்க விதவிதமா. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பாதைகளை வச்சு காமிச்சிட்டு இருக்கிறாங்க. நல்ல ஒரு அற்புதமான ஃபீல் கொடுக்குது இது.
Cautious, and it might come back to bite them in the next 4 minutes, because that's about as much time is remaining on the clock, and this is a timeout. Both teams conferring with their respective coaches.
And Trichy's coach says a lot of words to this captain Guhan. I'm sure Guhan is coming back with a very high spirit, because Trichy now definitely has to put a couple of points on their scoreboard to make a confident chase, or else both the teams or even us sitting here.
ஃபைனல் மேட்ச் ஈவினிங் தான் நடக்கும் நண்பர்களே. மேட்ச் முடிஞ்ச பிரேக் விட்டுருவாங்க. நான் வெயிலாகவும் இருக்குது. ஈவினிங் கண்டிப்பாக கெஸ்ட் யாராவது வந்திருப்பாங்க, பெரிய பெரிய கெஸ்ட்டு. அவங்க முன்னாடி நடக்க வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. பார்க்கலாம் எப்படி போகுதுன்ட்டு. 4 o'clock நான் என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, கேர்ள்ஸ் மேட்ச் 4 o'clock, பாய்ஸ் 5 o'clockனு சொல்லியிருக்கிறாங்க.
Prevalent, but who's going to take advantage of it? This is a two-or-die raid as well, so this is going to be a very, very exciting moment. Oh yes, this time Trichy actually picks up those points. In fact, it's 2 points that Trichy has picked up and putting them in the lead for the first time. And what a time to get the lead. You can see
நல்ல ஒரு அற்புதமான ஹேண்ட் டச். டிஃபென்ஸ் ட்ரை பண்ணாங்க, ஆனா முடியல. 2 புள்ளிகள் எடுத்துருக்காங்க. தினேஷ் லாஸ்ட் பிளேயர் போனஸ் போட்டிருக்காரு தினேஷ்.
Trichy with his lead,
ஆனா நல்ல டிஃபென்ஸ் ரெண்டு பக்கமும் ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்கு.
They let him in go as deeper into the lines.
பிடிப்பாங்களா அல்லது பாயிண்ட் எடுப்பாரான்னு தெரியல.
Guessing they have a strategy now.
ரெண்டு டிஃபென்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. ஒரு அற்புதமான டிஃபென்ஸ்.
Bonus point
this
Erode.
is a stalemate, because although he was given ample opportunity,
26-29 3 புள்ளி திருச்சி லீட்ல இருக்காங்க. மேட்ச் ஆரம்பிக்கும் போது பார்த்தா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வாஷ் அவுட் போடும்போது 11-1 இருந்தாங்க திருச்சி. ஆனா இப்போ 3 பாயிண்ட் லீட்ல திருச்சி இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அப்படியே சேஞ்ச் ஆயிருக்கு கேமு.
Trichy scores 29 and Erode is trailing behind by 26.
லாஸ்ட் 5 மினிட்ஸ் சொல்லியாச்சுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Pep talk from the coach worked Trichy on its favor.
இங்க அஃபென்ஸ்ல மைனஸ் மட்டும் பண்ணா டிஃபென்ஸ் அவன ஆடி கொடுத்துவானுங்க.
And the beauty of that last raid was that they picked up all our points, Naveen, so that's where that score jumped, even though they conceded 1.
the all-out points actually added to their kitty. So you're seeing a 3-point difference right now.
நண்பர்களே இதுதான் செகண்ட் செமி. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமி முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. அதுல விருதுநகர் வின் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. திருநெல்வேலியும் விருதுநகர் ஆடுனாங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமி ஃபைனல். அதுல வின் பண்ணிட்டாங்க விருதுநகர். ஸோ அவங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃபைனலுக்கு என்டர் ஆயிட்டாங்க. இதுல ஜெயிக்கிற டீமோட ஃபைனல் ஆடுவாங்க.
I've done it, man. Challenge that if you want.
And now Erode really has to get his game going. They are sitting behind. They already lost a point in this. They're not lost a point yet until he walks out, but he sure touched one.
Bonus, Trichy.
Picked up that bonus and goes back comfortably, having eaten the 30 seconds on the clock. And the officials are giving him a warning to the captain Guhan, saying you can't really sit and coach from behind the lines, or a green card has been issued.
No coaching.
ரெண்டு டீமும் மாறி மாறி வார்னிங் கார்டு வாங்கிட்டே இருக்காங்க.
This game is pretty different from all the other games we witnessed today. With more green cards, more warnings, and a pretty close chase between the teams. But right now we can see Trichy lead with 30 points and Erode trail behind with 26. But Erode, will anything work on its favor? If there's a kind of magic that should happen, it should happen right now with multiple points in a raid. But will that ever happen, Aparna?
Anything is possible. It's still within striking distance. Although there are last 2 minutes.
Yes,
Look at this. This is what we were talking about. Anything can happen. This is exactly what happened.
3 points.
On cue, you can see here that attempt to hold him. But he has managed to wiggle away and pick up nearly 2 to 3 points. And it might be even 4 points. We'll have to wait and see. The referees have a tough task on hand, having to count off.
என்ன திருச்சிக்கான வாய்ப்புகள் பிரகாசமாகிக்கிட்டே போகுதா?
3 points.
Just
டிஃபென்ஸ் உடைச்சிருக்காங்க. சூப்பர் ரைடு எடுத்திருக்காங்க.
What we are talking about is what we're waiting for, the miracle that happened. Maybe this will favor towards them and will help them add more points.
கேம் சேஞ்சர் யாருன்னு தெரியல.
Still, I think
ஜஸ்ட் அந்த ரைட கவனிக்காம விட்டேன்.
This is not even, anything can happen. That's what we witness right now.
Naveen, look at it this way. Those 3 points means 3 people have been eliminated from the mat from Trichy. So it makes it a little easier for them to go when they go on raids.
Acha, yes.
That is Guhan.
Running touch.
And he has successfully done it.
31-29.
Less than 2 minutes remaining, probably a minute and a half remaining. A running hand touch, beautifully executed by the captain, leading by example. That's what it is. And this is an official timeout.
With the game so packed and tight, you can see the results and points sliding up and down with nobody's favor now.
என்ன கிளைம் பண்றாங்கன்னு தெரியல. ஈரோடு
அப்படி சொல்ல முடியாது. அவர் அவுட் இல்ல, நீ அவுட், அவன் டச் வாங்கி இருக்கான்றது தான் சொல்ல வந்தது.
The players are trying to persuade the referee.
Please go back.
But these referees very professionally holding the games, not just now, for the entire event.
எஸ் குமரேஷ் அண்ணா மைக் வச்சிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அங்கே கிரவுண்டில் அவங்க எது பேசினாலும் கிளியராக கேட்கும். ப்ரோ கபடி மாதிரி மைக் கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க நடுவர்களுக்கு.
As well, but he holds his own. So much of experience. You can't bully them into changing any decisions. They will maintain the peace and do whatever it takes.
தினேஷ் நம்பர் 7 தினேஷ் என்ன ரிசல்ட் பாடி ஆகணும். ஒரு பாயிண்ட் எடுத்துருக்காங்க. 30-31.
It is the
Sama match
off the left corner because he too was very eager to pin him down, but Erode took advantage of that. You can see here going for the single ankle hold, and there was no way he could have gripped because Dinesh was already moving.
This was actually a kind of a miracle run walking towards Erode, make it score 11. Single point, he could not even have done that. Maybe it was an accident, but he would never do that again, I guess.
A minute on the clock. Thrilling, going down to the wire, and this is how games should be at this stage of the competition. Semi-final, 2 ding-dong battles, cliffhangers.
Right.
You can imagine the quality of play that awaits us in the final itself.
என்ன வெயில்.
And even the quality of play in the second.
நான் இவ்வளவு வெயில்ல அந்த ஆடியன்ஸ் அந்த கபடியை ரசிக்கிறாங்க பாருங்க. அதுதான் கபடிக்கான வலிமை.
With Guhan, the captain, walking in, is keen that he should keep the winning spirit high. And also this winning streak with more points, a couple of points added to the Trichy will definitely make them more confident. But he's not.
He's
keen
using
on
that
taking
clock, Naveen. He's using the clock, being very, very tactical at this point.
லாஸ்ட் மினிட் சொல்லியாச்சுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். தினேஷ் போனஸ் போட முடியாது, ஒன்லி டச் பாயிண்ட் தான் எடுத்தாகணும்.
From Erode, it is Dinesh.
டிஃபென்ஸா இல்ல ரீச் ஆயிட்டாரு. ரெண்டு பாயிண்ட் நினைக்கிறேன். ரெண்டா ஒண்ணா.
This guy has turned out to be what a phenomenal turnaround over there. Dinesh, despite that hold, turns around. That's 2 points.
ரெண்டு புள்ளி தான். 2 பாயிண்ட்கள். ஒன்னு இவங்க லீட் எடுத்துட்டாங்க.
From Trichy. Dinesh, what a
கேம் சேஞ்சர்.
Nobody would have thought that.
தினேஷ்
Even though he's injured,
அன்பு தம்பிகள், மேட்டுப்பாளையம் அணியின் சிறந்த ரைடர், ஈரோடு மாவட்டத்தின் ஸ்டார் ரைடர்
He had got a great
Dinesh.
that he just lifted the other person off and he reached the line by his hands. We thought his legs would reach there first, but it was his hands there.
what a massive mistake that Trichy made to make that second person come in and try to tackle him. They could have sacrificed one and the scores would have been level. But now, on the buzzer, Dinesh has single-handedly taken it away from Trichy. And while Trichy led for the last several minutes, it is Erode with that one plucky play by Dinesh that took it away from Trichy and find themselves going to the final where they will face off against
ஒரு புள்ளியில வின் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இந்த வெற்றியை பதிவு பண்ணது வந்து தினேஷ் தான் முழுக்க காரணம். வாழ்த்துக்கள் தினேஷ்.
Although almost tasted victory there, it just got taken away from them. A really silly error.
It was so close today, and we'll just revisit how these points were